speaking to the same official. But let's speak to Dan Arbel, who is a scholar in residence at the Center for Israeli Studies at the American University in Washington. He's also a former Deputy Chief of Mission at the Embassy of Israel in Washington, D.C. Well, a warm welcome to you. I wonder, looking at the fact that the Security Cabinet might be meeting this very evening, what do you think is the most important aspect of this war that they should be discussing?
Obviously, there are many aspects, but I think that the cabinet meeting tonight is designed to discuss in detail the imminent attack that's going to take place on Iran by Israel. I think that the Security Cabinet is the body of decision-making in Israel that needs to approve the plans, approve the targets, the timing, and so on and so forth. So I think that's what's at the top of the agenda for the cabinet tonight. And I think that there are going to be, of course, other issues like Gaza, like Lebanon, but Iran certainly is the top priority right now for the Security Cabinet's deliberations tonight.
There were plenty of voices who a few days ago thought that the killing of the Hamas chief, Yahya Sinwar, might be the moment that Israel took the win, as it were, and decided to try to bring what's going on in Gaza to some kind of end and concentrate on getting the remaining hostages out. Do you see any sign of Israel changing course?
So I think that Sinwar's killing does offer an opportunity to move forward towards a hostage release ceasefire deal. On the ground, however, we do see Israel continuing, as your journalists have reported, and we do see pockets of resistance of Hamas in different areas of Gaza, still firing at Israeli forces. We do see population movement now taking advantage of the fact that Sinwar is no longer there to kind of free themselves from the grip of Hamas. But still, it's a very chaotic situation. As fighting continues, there is an opportunity. I think this is the most important time to move forward on a hostage release deal. But the Israeli government needs to decide on clear objectives for what it wants to achieve. And it's really not clear what Israel is trying to achieve at this point.
How much pressure do you think the Israeli government is feeling, firstly because of the number of civilian deaths that continue in Lebanon and Gaza, but also from the families of the hostages in Gaza, the families must be getting more fearful about their loved ones' well-being every day that the violence continues?
Obviously, there is greater concern now because with Sinwar gone, then the hostages may face different, be held by different groups, by families, by forces, and there's no coordinating body that knows exactly where all the hostages are, and that presents a danger to the hostages. And obviously, the families are in great pressure. There's great concern that they'll be scattered all over the Gaza Strip, perhaps brought out of the Gaza Strip, and that's why it's so important to move towards a deal as soon as possible and not let this take advantage of this great achievement of eliminating Sinwar, but taking it to the next level and reaching a hostage release for ceasefire deal. It's so important.
And sort of on that note, do you potentially see any kind of separation of the Gaza and the Hezbollah campaigns, that one continues while perhaps the other begins to get wrapped up?
I think that we're actually seeing two separate fronts, and certainly this is what we're seeing unravel, both by Israeli actions in the north and in the south. And I don't think that Hezbollah is as adamant as it was before to link its activities to what's going on in Gaza. But time will tell whether a ceasefire in Gaza, if reached, will impact the northern front or not. It's still too soon to tell. But hopefully there will be an opportunity to separate these two fronts or bring an end, calm, on both fronts gradually.